guys, I'm back at it again. I'm gonna remove a booster master for you. It's a pretty simple job. You should probably be able to do this in about 30 minutes. You're gonna need a 10mm box opening to remove these two lines on the side of the master. You're gonna need a socket, 12mm, and preferably an extension 4 to 5 inches long, 3/8 drive, 1/2 inch drive, doesn't matter, your choice, and a ratchet to undo the bolts on the firewall on the inside of the car. They're going to be 12mm. You're also going to need a few 10mm, probably same thing, socket and ratchet to unbolt some of the computer ECUs that are in front or in the way of accessing the booster bolts. I've already done it, but basically what you're gonna see when you get down here is you're gonna see this computer up here. You're gonna see another computer over here, and this is the one that's in the way of the bolts. And you're also gonna see this computer up tucked in over here, and it's also gonna be in the way of that bolt over there. So I've already removed them, so just kind of know, FYI, that you're gonna need to do that to get. And then once you do, it's pretty easy. As you see here, you know, I've already got my 12 and my extension. With the ECUs out of the way, you have full access to remove that booster. Last but not least, you're going to want to get this slide. Let me see, is there a pin on there? Okay, I see what kind it is. I need a little flathead. Usually it's a cotter pin, no big deal, but once I remove that, it should come right out. If you hang in there with me, we'll get it out together. I need a flathead. Let's see. Try these two. Taking apart this car as best as I can before I send it off to scrap. Okay, so let's see. Just so you guys can see what I'm doing, maybe. But basically it's just like a little C-clip. If it would have been the original, this would be a little easier. Man, making me look kind of silly here. Let's see if I can. There we go. And then, like I said, it's supposed to be just a little regular clip, not one of these. Not one of these. I don't think I have the original in here. Oh, here we go. It's supposed to be like that right there. So you just basically pull it out. Like you would that one. And only take but 3 seconds. No biggie. So slide this out. Now your brake pedal's free. And we come up here. In a perfect world, you either already did this or, you know, you do it now. Either way, there's no really right or wrong way. I've already done these, but I just kind of put them back in little by little. you know, and they do bend. So, you know, as long as you don't kink, you know, don't be afraid to bend them out of your way. They'll be okay. And then from there, this should wiggle loose. Obviously, you're going to want to remove this from the engine where you get your vacuum for. And if you take the whole unit out, there you go. There's a little gasket here. It's usually always broken. It's old. I mean, half of it stayed on the firewall. Don't worry about it. If you're really wanting to seal this up, you can kind of do what they did factory wise here. Gosh darn it. And put that little thin bead seal. And you can do that, and just so you have a nice seal, no dust, no nothing's getting in on here. Or you can just clean it here and put it up here, as you know, just if you want to. Or if they find or have the gasket for you, you can make one or buy one. Just giving you ideas and options, because I know a lot of this stuff is discontinued. Can't buy it anymore. That's why I'm in business. And you know, what I would do is just put a little thin bead, nothing crazy, right around there. So when you put it back in, you know, you're putting it back in basically essentially the same way, you know. You know, plug everything in back in on the other side, and, you know, start doing the reverse of what we just did to take this out. And, you know, there you go. There's your master booster out. If you wanted to remove the master, 12 millimeters right there, three nuts, remove it and it will just come right off. There are differences in the later models. This is an early 91 through 94 model. I believe 95 and up are a 2-bolt master, so instead of 3 you only have 1 on each side. And there is really no difference if, for example, let's say you find a booster master for a different year. The only thing that will be different is how you mount it. But if you get the matching combo, then I could put this in a later model, 98 through 2000, because I have the matching master and booster. If I was to try to put this master on the other one, it wouldn't bolt up, obviously, because it's a 2-bolt, not a 3-bolt master, and vice versa. If you were to take an earlier year model booster master from, let's say, like a 2000, and want to put that on a older 91, you can do that, no problem. The bolts back here, everything is identical. The only difference, like I said, is that the booster has 2 bolts versus 3. As long as you have the matching combo, you can install it the same, no problem. The only other ones where you have a difference in these would be like some with track. The tank here will have an extra nipple for an extra hose, different things like that, but you don't have to worry too much about that. Those are not real common. So anyway, I hope that this simple, quick little video helped you, answered some questions for you, and gave you some idea of how to do this. It's not very hard. I probably didn't need to make a video, but I was doing it anyway, so I figured I would make one just to add content to the page and keep it relevant. Give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, give me a subscription. Thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate you. Have a good week.